welcome to the channel. Just purchased this Polaris RZR 900 XP. We believe it's probably the cheapest in the country. Paid £5,500 for it. Obviously, when things are cheap, they're cheap for a reason. So it's got to have a few things done to it. It's far from standard. The guy I bought it off from the back end of Wales, literally in the middle of nowhere on the top of a mountain. He's put a Kawasaki Ninja 900 engine in it, which we can just see inside here. I mean, the guy wasn't a mechanic, so fair play for what he's done. But obviously, we've got the original engine for it, and we're going to put it back to standard because I don't think it's going to be much use off-road with that much power going through the four wheels. Obviously, the drive chain here has been messed with, which I got to be honest, they've had a go, but it's not the best. So we're going to put the original belt back on with the 900 engine.
Yeah, we had a bit of a debate about this yesterday for about 3 hours.
Yeah, literally, it was staying, it's coming out, it's staying, it's coming out, it's staying, but it's coming out. We're taking it out.
So we will be taking it out today.
We've got the original engine just over there in the corner, which the guy we bought it off said it works. I've got to be honest, we all know what it's like when you buy something. Whether it does or not, we're soon going to find out. So you'll just have to keep an eye on the channel to see progress. He's took the trouble, it's not hard. He's plugged up the exhaust and the top here where they've taken the plugs out. So he's taken a bit of effort to stop no crap going in there. So I'm hoping that's a good sign, you know, but we'll see. Time will tell, I suppose. It's been looked after at some point in its life because obviously it's got an aftermarket cage on it. I believe it was raced before. It's got Alka suspension on it, aftermarket, obviously. It's
limit straps. It's
got bigger arms on, Race Tech arms. This is our first video, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm stuttering and mumbling my way through it because I'm not used to being in front of a camera. But you've got to start somewhere, ain't you? So
show us the lovely gear stick mod.
Oh yeah, we love this.
So I don't know if you're about to see now in the dark.
I'll get in it, because if I get in it, I can show you the seating position, which is really the main reason why we're checking this out.
Yeah, so the engine's there, and you can see the manifolds right against the back of the seat.
I'm not the tallest.
No room at all.
Sorry, Matt, talking over you. I'm not the tallest bloke in the world, but there is literally no room in here. You get in here, and then when I bring the wheel down, you can see the position my arms are in. It's just no good.
It's just no good. It's got to come out, innit?
So my mum drives, basically. So that's got to go. I think this might be aftermarket because it does seem further forward to me, but I've never owned one of these before. Phil had one in the past, which he's sold, and he's just ordered a new one. Yeah,
we've got a new one coming.
Which will obviously be on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. It's going to be the first in the UK. I'm not going to say too much at the minute about that. So yeah, this obviously is well, I've got to be honest, it's shocking, isn't it? I mean, if you know, at the end of the day, we're going to be driving these off-road. I'm going to have my son in here, my wife's going to be in here, Phil's going to be in here. I just don't think it's safe, if I'm honest. If I flick this, which I'm probably gonna, this is going to end up probably through my eyeball. So I could do without that. The clutch isn't ideal. There's something when they've put the nut and the bolt through here, or the bolt and the nut either. The thread basically is quite close to your calf. It's just got bad news written all over it.
We spent about 3 hours yesterday discussing it, and it needs to come out. There might be an option of looking at a slightly smaller bike engine, maybe a 3-cylinder or something.
Yeah, like a triple.
We are going to try and go with the original Polaris engine.
But even with its issues, and it needs money spending on it, quite a bit of money spending on it.
It was a bargain.
But for the money that we paid for it, I think, to be honest, I don't think it was a bad buy. But
not at all.
We've just got to put the work in. Neither one of us are mechanics.
So,
you know,
see how we go.
Phil's built a couple of cars in the past, haven't you?
Yeah.
He built a Sapphire Cosworth from scratch.
Mark II Golf.
Done a BAM engine conversion in a Mark II Golf, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it's like he knows more than me anyway. But I think between the two of us, we can sort of get this back to standard with the engine in. So just obviously keep an eye on the channel for the progress, and we'll let you know how we get on.
Let's get cracking.
That's it for now. Just a quick thing we forgot to mention. Obviously, there's the battery on these is under the seat, so you know it's quite hard to get a charge on it. So the guy I bought it off, and I ain't knocking him because he's had a go with this engine. Like, you know, he's probably better than I am at this sort of thing. But that is how he was jump starting. It's got permanent live, basically, that sort of lives. Well, there's a bit of a knack to putting it away in the place where it belongs. So what you sort of do is you start it, and then you do that, really, and then hope to God no petrol leaks out and it hits a piece of metal and sparks and kills everyone. But other than that, it's sweet.
So that's the first thing coming off.
I don't know if you just want to look round here at this manifold, because this was another issue. I know you can have custom manifolds made and things like that, but if we look down there, the position, you can see between the back of the seat and the manifold, you've got about 2 inches, and the heat that comes off that, it's just going to be frightening. Plus, I just don't think it's safe the way it's been mounted, so we're just going to go back with the original. So yeah, we'll just take it from there, see how we get on. Right, we'll get cracking. Let's do it. Right, we got the cage off, wasn't too bad to be honest. All the bolts are accessible, so it's not like it's hard to get at. You haven't really got to remove anything to do that. Had to disconnect the rad obviously with the pipe work that was all attached to going back to the engine, so we took that out. All the bolts were pretty easy to get at, so it wasn't a problem. So next now we just got to set the seat out so we can get to the battery, sort that out. That's obviously got to go, so it's bugging me. So yeah, we'll come back to you in a minute once we've got the seat out and remove that, and then obviously we'll start looking around the engine, remove the exhaust, and then get the crane in, and then remove that, and we'll take it from there. painful. What we're left with now is a bit of a mess, to be honest. If you look round there, we've got all the wiring loom, which is partly existing and partly from this ZX9 engine that was in here, which we've obviously got to work out what's what, which at the minute, I've got to be honest, we ain't got a clue. So obviously, like I said before, neither one of us are mechanics. I'm a carpenter for a living, so basically I butcher stuff, which I'm going to try not to do with this. So basically, it's just working out what goes where. There's bits, we've had to cut this here, where they were literally spot welded some mounts on to the ZX9 engine, which you can see there. Lovely bit of welding, lovely. It's got about 1/4 of an inch bearing. It's all right for about 130 brake in it. So it's going to be a case of, obviously we've got this down here on the secondary drive, which they've spot welded onto this shaft. So in the next episode, we're going to be drilling that out and then get that off and then try and lineage this shaft back so we can use it again, because I don't really want to open this up if I can help it, but we might have to. So we'll just have to see how it goes. From here, it's a bit of a mess, I've got to be honest. I'm a bit of a bag of nerves at the minute.
Next stage is probably going to be to trial fit the original engine.
Yeah, we're going to get that in, get it on the hoist.
Yeah, we'll see what we're missing.
Get that in. We haven't got this part here. This looks like some sort of a cross member. I mean, we don't even have a manual for this, so we're literally just doing it off the cuff. So
I think we'll find more stuff as we research anyway, won't we?
It's obvious, and it feels there's something missing from here. I'm thinking the head goes there and this goes the other side of it. I might be wrong, I don't know. We'll find out. The next thing to do really is to clean all this out in here, because it's a bit of a mess. As you can see, there's bits like this lying around. So like, you know, we don't really, I mean obviously that's just get that with it really. Take it from there.
So what they're gonna do if they want to see some more action,
subscribe to the channel, Side by Side Network. Like I say, we're a new channel, so it's new. You'll have to excuse me on the camera because I've never done it before, but obviously as we move on things are going to get better. It will get a bit more fluent, but like I say, this I'm going to say it's probably the cheapest razor in the UK at £5,500.
Definitely, definitely.
We know we've got to throw a couple of grand in it to get it on the road, but it's going to happen, so stick with the channel, like and subscribe, and we'll see how we get on. See you soon.